Gautama was a prince of a small princely state. When he was born, a renowned yogi predicted that he will either become a great emperor or a great sage. When he made this prediction, Gautama's father got really excited. He did not want him to become a great sage. He wanted him to become a great emperor. He thought that by being exposed to some suffering or misery, he may turn into sage. So he kept him in utter pleasure, the best of food, clothes, and pleasures. When he was 19 years old of age, his father got him married to a very pretty young woman. He kept him in a palace which was secluded from the rest of the society, where he lived in pleasure and was never exposed to any kind of suffering. One day, Gautama thought he will take a ride through the town, so he asked his charioteer to take him across. As he was going, he saw a man who was old. He has never seen an old man in his life. His father had protected him from all of this misery. He said, "What happened to him?" The charioteer replied, "Oh, he's just an old man." "How does it happen?" he asked. The charioteer replied, "Everyone gets old someday." He looked at himself. He was a nice youth, gleaming. "What? Me also?" The charioteer replied, "Yes, everyone gets old. If they live long enough, they get old." This was a realization point for him, and he thought, "I will also become like this." Then he saw a man living on the street who was ill with something, not being able to get up, in great pain and suffering. He said, "Stop! What is this guy? What is he doing?" He said, "Oh, he's sick." "What does that mean?" The charioteer replied, "The body sometimes gets sick. It can happen to just anyone. Me, a prince, can I get sick? Can it happen to me?" The charioteer replied, "It can happen to anyone." Then he said, "Oh, I can also become like this." This was completely disturbing for him. Then he went further and saw a funeral. They were carrying a dead body of a man. "What happened to this guy?" The charioteer said, "Oh, he just died, that's all." "What does that mean?" Gautama asked. "That happens to everyone without exception. Whoever takes birth is supposed to die." Then he said, "What am I doing? Just eating pleasures and nonsense? What am I doing with myself?" He went into a great turmoil within himself. Suddenly, being a prince and the pleasures of this palace broke apart from him. He started looking, what is the point of all this? This body is going to get old. This may get sick as well and is sure to be dead. Why am I investing my entire life in this? When he was going through this turmoil, he already was a father of an infant boy. He could not leave this loving wife and a lovely little baby. He struggled and struggled. And when the little boy was a year and a half old, he could not hold it anymore. In the middle of the night, without telling anyone, he slipped out of the palace like a thief and left for good. He went in search. "I want to know the truth about the life, this life." So that's a part 1 of Gautama Buddha story, his actual life. I will be sharing rest of his life stories as well. Keep watching my channel.